Tuelekee sasa katika shoroba za mahakama ambapo zipo kesi nyingi ambazo zinaendelea, ila tutaangazia kesi zinazowahusu meneja mkurugenzi wa mamlaka ya bandari nchini Daniel Manduku, waziri wa zamani wa michezo Rashid Chesa na mbunge wa Embakasi Mashariki Babu Owino. Na sasa tunaungana naye Zuya Walter tupashe yaliyojiri katika mahakama hii leo. Zuya, kama unanipata, kuna mengi tu katika shoroba hizo za mahakama ya Milimani kule ambapo uko. Je, maamuzi ni yepi ama tunayosubiri pia ni yepi?
Na Mugambi, kwa sasa hivi nataka kwanza tusikilize mawakili wa mkurugenzi wa halmashauri ya bandari ya Mombasa ambaye ni Daniel Manduku. Hakuweza kushtakiwa hii leo baada ya upande wa mkurugenzi wa mashtaka ya umma kusema kwamba hakuna stakabadhi na ameitisha faili yake ili kufanya uchunguzi zaidi. Kwa hivyo kwa sasa tunaungana na mawakili wake ambao wanaweza kutuelezea kwa kina zaidi kile ambacho kimetokea kabla ya mimi kukupatia taarifa ambazo zimetokea mahakamani.
To admit, or perhaps even thinks should not be admitted before this court. We have seen the charges. That chicken can't fly. A case is good or bad when it starts, and in this case it is clear that the DCI is actually trying to pursue its own agenda. So we need to go back and ask, because we have seen the DCI pursuing and litigating this matter and other matters in the court of public opinion. Why is it that it does that? It is because they want to preempt the charges and they want to twist the arm of the DPP to bring charges into court. The DCI will go and report to his boss, and we know who his boss is, and say, you see, I have done my work. It is the DPP who has refused to do his work. Today, the DCI has been exposed. There is an ulterior motive behind the persecution of Dr. Manduku. We have a court order that was given to him on the 17th of December 2019, giving him anticipatory bail. That court order should have been obeyed. Why is it that they rushed to arrest Dr. Manduku? Why was it that he was being held incommunicado yesterday? No access to his advocates, no access to his family. He was at the DCI all the time. We were there until past 9 p.m. and he was sitting there.
Nelson, what action are you going to take against the DCI, if any?
Now, as the Law Society of Kenya, we must emphasize certain aspects of what is happening today. Kenya is not a police state. Kenya is a democratic country. We have a democratically elected President of the Republic of Kenya. We have a democratically elected legislature. We have institutions that are in office due to the power given to them under the Constitution. Courts of law constitute some of those institutions. The Office of the Director of Public Prosecution is the office anchored under the Constitution. It is given the power to determine and to continue criminal prosecution. Now, with that background, it must be understood that any law enforcement agent, any state officer entrusted with the responsibility of enforcing the law, cannot have any legal or moral obligation to enforce the law if he or she violates the law. It is as simple as that. And this issue, courts have addressed time without number. They have reminded the police, they have reminded the Director of Criminal Investigations that you are the biggest beneficiary of justice. As and when you don't want to comply with court orders, know that you will be the loser in the end. Yesterday, at around 8:30 p.m., we addressed the press. We addressed the press from the headquarters of the DCI. Our client had been held incommunicado from 2:30 p.m. That notwithstanding the fact that he was entitled to his lawyers, he was entitled to be set free because there was a court order setting him free. And may I remind Kenyans, because everybody was in the social media yesterday saying that we are fighting corruption. We are not fighting corruption. We are fighting success and development. Because if you have individuals in state office who want to countermand what is being done by other state officers without any justifiable reason whatsoever, then that is a recipe for trouble. If you look at the charge sheet that we've been presented, it's very laughable, very laughable. It does not tie with the narrative that has been given to you as journalists to inform Kenyans about Dr. Daniel Manduku. And this is happening to the managing director of a state corporation. It will leave you wondering what is the state of the administration of justice and the rule of law in Kenya. This is chaotic. It is chaotic. Now, Dr. Manduku has walked out of the court. We won't say he has been set free because he had not been arrested. He had been seized unlawfully. An arrest can only have the sanction of the law if it is permissible by the law. But if it's undertaken otherwise, it's a seizure. So Dr. Manduku has walked free out of this court because there was no lawful arrest. The director of public prosecution has indicated that he has not sanctioned any criminal charges against Dr. Manduku. It is in light of that fact that we must bring out the attention of the Kenyan public that it's important that we all uphold the rule of law and constitutionalism. That, friends, is what we need to do. Thank you.
Na Hassan Mugambi, ni kwamba vile wakili Nelson Havi ameweza kutuelezea kama wakili wa Manduki ni kwamba hajaweza kushtakiwa na mashtaka yoyote baada upande wa mashtaka ukiongezwa na Joseph Ryungu wakisema kwamba faili hiyo imeweza kuitishwa na mkurugenzi wa mashtaka ya umma ili kuweza kufanya uchunguzi zaidi. Lakini vile vile Havi ameweza kutuelezea kwamba sio kwamba Havi wakili wake ama mteja wake yuko huru, manake wakati wowote ikiwa faili hiyo itapatikana iko na uwezo wa yeye kufunguliwa mashtaka, basi bila shaka tunatarajia tumpate afikishwe mahakamani.